Hi, everyone. Welcome to our market update. If you're looking to buy or sell in San Diego County, you came to the right spot. Know the ins and outs of everything that's going on in San Diego County. My name is Vinnie, my co-host over here.
David Wright, welcome to be here. Welcome to fall, people. We're falling into fall.
Yeah, get ready for the pumpkin spice lattes.
Oh, pumpkin spice lattes.
All right, so going over a quick market update to kind of give you some insight into what is going on. We've had updated numbers, and as you joined us previously in the past, we do this every Monday and Friday at 4 o'clock. You'll see that we saw a little bit of a downtick in the market with new properties in the market in September timeframe. Again, that was probably due to kids going back to school, people trying to hold off of putting their houses on the market because of that factor. We did see a jump back up with those properties that we might have lost out of the week of the 14th of September. We kind of gained back a little bit, 1,100 properties on the market. Last week we hit the 963. We'll probably get back up to 1,000 again. Usually agents are about a week or so behind, or a couple of days behind of putting their properties on the market or putting on the market, and they kind of backdate a little bit. So that'll probably trickle up a little bit. And then sold properties, same kind of thing. That 674 number will probably jump up into the 8s with my guesstimation. So fairly consistent over the last couple of weeks. Now, if we go to the under 700 market, and as you know, if you've been watching us, that's a little bit different of a market. Yet we've been 625, 528. Nothing too crazy. The market as a whole, though, as you probably already know, we have more properties under contract than we do have active on the market, meaning that we need more properties, need more inventory. This number I love to give in a balanced market, you want about 6 months of inventory. San Diego, if you factor in the property under contract, thinking that most of them are going to actually sell, that would say that we're sitting about a couple weeks of inventory. Under 700,000 in the detached market means that we have about a week and a half of inventory. So it's a crazy market right now. We're swayed a lot more towards the sellers, yet there's still the ability to take advantage if you're looking to buy. And
in layman's terms, over the weekend, Vinny, it means when I got the buyer calls, there were people putting out offers and they wanted to make lowball offers. Do you think that was a good idea with the amount of inventory we have?
Oh my gosh. It's really based off the property. I mean, there are the outliers that you have the ability to put something a little bit lower on the property. And for the most part, if you're under $1 million, I'd be very careful on putting low ball offers on a property.
The other thing right now, for those of you who haven't noticed, we're in the ninth inning, Vinny. We're in the ninth inning here. What do I mean by that? It means if you're a lender out there and you want to do a cash out refinance with one of your clients, you have to close in this month. If you're a client and you need cash out of your home, make sure you close in this month. Or you go into November, it's going to cost you 0.5% extra cost. So those of you out there who are still waiting for the sky to fall and for rates to fall, and you want cash out of your house, you're about to watch rates go higher unless you do that this month. So cash out refinances, please jump in and do it before the whole market, blows up with cost. And, Vinny, we were promising giving out some tips of the week. Do you want to give out the tip early right now?
Yeah, go. So tip of the week.
Tip of the week. So you go to your house and you go, what's one thing I can look at that can help me to prevent future problems that cost lots of money, especially if you're buying investment properties? It's water pressure. So the water pressure, the PSI in your house, the quality home inspector will always inspect this. What should the PSI be in your house? 50. That's what plumbers prefer. If it's 70, 75, you're going to ruin your appliances. Everything's going to break down sooner. You're going to have lots of problems. So 50 PSI and water pressure. That's our tip of the week. Vinny, I think there was a grand slam. Batting 500 on that one. Our 50 PSIs.
Yeah, when you and it's not too costly to get a gauge on your get a gauge on your actual water flow right there. So when you're doing your home inspection, if there isn't one on the property right now, I mean, maybe you put that in the request for repairs. But things to really think about when the home inspection comes through, because you should get a home inspection when you're under contract on your property to kind of assess what items to take care of and what items to request. Now, going back over the interest rates, I know David just kind of talked about it briefly. This is something that we brought up last week. And it just kind of gives you a little bit insight into where rates currently sit. I mean, rates are going to fluctuate based off of your lender, based off your program. And as a whole, you're talking about in the twos. We haven't seen in the twos. I mean, I can't even tell you the last time we've seen it in the twos. But if you're just thinking about, if you thought about buying over the last, or even refinancing over the last, let's say 10 years, now is the time to take advantage of the market. Interest rates are so low that focus on that monthly payment when you're looking to buy. Don't focus so much on the purchase price, focus on the monthly payment, because your purchasing power, it can drastically change if rates go back up to where they've usually been sitting in, let's say, the mid threes, the high threes, or even the fours. You're talking about on a $600,000 property, about a $50,000 difference in purchasing power if rates go up by 1%.
And you're also looking at paying way more for that house. That's what a lot of people look at the interest rate and they go, oh my golly Wally, I saved, $200 by refinancing. Well, you really probably gained 70, 80 grand in interest expense, because you don't want to buy a Honda for 10 grand, but then you finance it. And when you're done financing, it costs you 35,000. That's the easiest way to put it. You're buying a house, you're investing in your future. All the things me and Vinnie are going over right now, you're headed into fall. It's going to be volatile. There's going to be a lot of things going on between now and election day, which are going to be very historically uncertain. So make sure you take time to think about your goals. Call someone like Vinnie, have him walk you through the home buying process and look at it and go, does this meet my goals? Does it not meet my goals? Because there is going to be a lot of opportunity right now, people, especially if things get really ugly. Really ugly. If we get really ugly during the election, opportunity will present its head, and that's when you will make money.
Yeah, I'd say be very careful though. Be very careful to assume. Because that's a lot. What David's saying right now is, if people lose their head, properties, things like that. You see people saying that, but be very careful to plan for the unknown. That's, I think, the biggest thing. There's a lot of people that go, okay, I'm going to wait till the market crashes. I'm going to wait till things correct. And if you're looking at, let's say, a 10% drop in pricing, if you focus on the monthly payment, you're already talking about a 10% drop in pricing, if that makes sense. Because if you're focusing on the monthly payment, and we've been sitting in the mid threes, high threes, right? And we're right now in the high twos. $50,000 difference on a $600,000 purchase price. And if we're going at the fours, we're talking even more so.
And that's Vinnie, I hate to say this, no one wants to hear it, but a year from now, you're going to be looking at all the rates back up to like 3.75, 3.5. And we're going to have interesting times because people only remember 2.75 interest rate, 30-year fixed. That's all they remember. And in a year from now, when rates are back up at 3.75 or 3.5, even just 3.5, I would say very confidently a year from now, odds are very likely will be at 3.5, even 3.25. That's a lot of loss for people. And no one likes losing money. At least no one I know.
Please subscribe, watch our channel. If you have any questions, reach out to myself or Dave. We'd love to be that resource for you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Boom.